to cut Buffalo's lead to 4. Now, late in the fourth quarter, Josh Allen, you won't believe it, he fumbled coming out of his own goal line. The Vikings picked it up, scored a touchdown to go ahead. Now, Josh Allen later ties us up. The game goes into overtime, but in overtime, Josh Allen throws an interception to future Hall of Famer Patrick Peterson to seal the 7th straight win for the Vikings. I got to put respect on a Vikings name. That is what I have to do. I am late to the party, but ding dong, your boy is here. I've arrived. Vikings fans, congratulations, Vikings fans. Well done, Vikings starting linebacker Jordan Hicks. I told you that I was going to give you your credit. Here is your credit and your team's credit. The Vikings are for real. The statement the Vikings made to me is that they are legit. They went to one of the top 3 hardest places to play in the National Football League, and you beat one of the top 3 MVP candidates and one of the top 3 teams at their house. What more do you want them to do? I do not know what else the Minnesota Vikings could have done yesterday besides what they did. They won a game. Wasn't pretty? Not at all. Close? Far too close. But they found a way to get it done. If the Vikings have not earned your respect by now, then I don't know when they will have earned your respect. Kirk Cousins, he did not play a great game. I'm not going to sit here and act like he did. But Justin Jefferson atoned for the sins of Kirk Cousins. The Vikings defense made the interceptions that were necessary. Patrick Peterson, future Hall of Famer Patrick Peterson, 2 game-changing, including 1 game-saving pick. So Minnesota Vikings, I've heard you loud and clear. You have my respect. Joy Taylor, did the Vikings make a statement to you?
Yeah, I don't know why you feel obligation, but I do not. I respect Vikings fans, but I'm going to have to just keep it real for a second, okay? Kirk Cousins, when the sun is in the sky, is basically that dude. But he could be scary, right? He can win games. I actually don't want to go that far. He can win games.
Big fan of the noon kickoff.
When you flip on those lights, it's a different story. He's 10-8 in primetime and 1-2 in the playoffs. And until that changes, I'm going to just reserve my reaction to how good this Vikings team is. Let's tell the story how it actually went yesterday, right? Can I keep it real a minute?
Keep it real.
Can I preach?
Keep it, please do.
I have some questions. How many memes were being made with Kirk Cousins and those chains when Josh Allen was stepping under center to close the game out? They had to delete them, but those tweets were being formed. I already saw people firing off their Kirk Cousins takes. I can't believe Kirk Cousins, who tries to go for it on fourth with Kirk Cousins, those little legs.
With the little legs?
We watched this game. We all watched this game, right? The Bills lost this game. Now, credit to the Vikings for holding on. Credit to Justin Jefferson for having an unbelievable game, but we knew Justin Jefferson was that dude. They got players all up and down this roster. They're still quarterbacks by Kirk Cousins, who did everything he possibly could to make sure that the Bills won that game, as he's won to do. So, no, I'm not going to start getting concerned about the Minnesota Vikings, because I saw what happens when they went up against a team in the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are undefeated. What happened, Shady?
Blew out, beat down. Bully.
Oh, it's always kind.
Abused.
It's always a good.
All right, keep going.
All right, now you're keeping it real with me. We always talk about, sticking with the Eagles, we always talk about their strength of schedule. Who have they beat? What impressive win do they have? All right, let's do that. Well, we have one big loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. We have that.
That's a big one.
Green Bay at the beginning of the year, maybe I'll give you that. Still Aaron Rodgers. Let's see, they beat Detroit, New Orleans, Chicago, Miami without Tua, Arizona, Washington. So, who's moving to me? What's making your heart pitter patter?
Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. So yesterday convinced you that the Vikings are a team that you should fear in the playoffs.
Yesterday,
because regular season is cute, and I love it for you. I love it for y'all. But I'm talking about the playoffs.
Yes, yesterday convinced me, not fear, but yesterday finally said, you know what, Vikings, I'll at least put you in the conversation of people I'm concerned about. Because, Joy, you know about the playoffs, and what do we say about the playoffs? Defense got to travel, 1. Running game has to travel, 2. What did Dalvin Cook do yesterday? 120 rushing yards. What did Patrick Peterson and the defense do yesterday? Turnover in the red zone, turnover in the red zone. If those are the 2 most important things, at least this is in my mind as a defender in the playoffs, we saw that, and you got to be able to win on the road. And they went out to Buffalo, and they won on the road. If this wasn't enough to get your respect, Joy, the question from a Vikings fan would be, what in God's name is?
Do it in the playoffs. Do it in the playoffs. I will be very, very late to the Vikings bandwagon. I will be the last one there. I'll be more late to the Vikings bandwagon than I will be to the Cowboys bandwagon. I will be late. I will be late. I've seen Kirk Cousins do this before. I've seen the Vikings do this in the regular season before. And you're mentioning all those important things. Is quarterback an important position?
Yes, it is.
Does that matter
It
at
does.
all?
Absolutely does.
Yes, it does.
All right, I don't want to be disrespectful to Icy Kirk over here.
Icy Kirk.
All right, but like this is fun. They're playing a fun brand of football. They're winning games, and they deserve to gloat and have fun. I don't want to rain on the parade. I'm just saying when it comes to the postseason, when it matters, I want to see it then.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
That's a great point. Well,
did they make a statement to you?
Yeah, they did. And the statement was nothing to me, right? All it means is that Shady McCoy is 96 of the time percentage right. I called it out. They asked the Eagles records. Oh, who have they played? They only beat the 7-1 Vikings. The Vikings the real deal. Now, I feel what Joy's saying, but I'm going to roll with diamond up, icy jeweled up Kirk Cousins. I'm rolling with him like he was in a Cash Money video back in the day. Listen, he made big passes when they needed to make big passes. The defense came up and got big stops when they needed stops, got turnovers, and they beat the Bills in Buffalo. I played in Buffalo. It was cold. It was a little snow, a little snowfall. Like, it was a lot going on. So my thing is this, going on the road, beating probably, top 3 team in the NFL, that means a lot. So now when they ask these questions about the Vikings, can they beat good teams? Are they a good team? Yes. Playoffs may be different. We'll wait to see what happens there. But right now, they in top 5.
Dave Hellman.
Oh, wait, real quick. I'm sorry. Last thing. I got to put my birds in there. The problem is, America, listen. Just because my Eagles bullied, dominated, smacked the Brown, everybody can't do that. So please put some respect on the Vikings.
It does actually. It puts a nice little dagger in the heart of the Eagles haven't beaten anybody conversation. Can't have it both ways.
Come on now.
Can't have it both ways.
Everybody can't do this. I would make certain cuts on the field, and then the backer would try it. And I would say, listen, bro, play your game. You can't do what I can do. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
The city of Philadelphia is probably buying Vikings gear at this point, just riding that bandwagon.
All Kurt needs now is some grit and a grill in his mouth.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all he needs.
I hope the Vikings don't lay another primetime egg, because I don't want to hear about it from the Eagles fans that think they're the best team in the world if they do. Anyway, no, I said last week that I said, Vikings, if you want respect, beat the Bills. They beat the Bills. Like, I can't move the goalpost. And Joy makes a really good point. I mean, I trust Josh Allen to field that snap 999 times out of 1,000. I do.
Me too.
But I'm very impressed by the way the Vikings weathered the highs and lows of that game.
Yeah.
Convert a 4th and 18 with a miracle catch. Get down there. You don't get the sneak. You score the touchdown. You think you've got the game won. Don't forget, they gave up the lead. They take the lead. They give it up to go to overtime.
Yep.
Most people, you're probably thinking, here come, kind of like Aaron Rodgers with the Cowboys. You're thinking, here come the Bills. They're going to win in overtime. Didn't happen. They got the Kirk Cousins led them on a drive to get points, and then the defense closed the door. So for them to ride that wave in a very emotional game, I thought that was really impressive. And another thing I just thought about, this happened on set. I didn't plan this, but like, Vikings are kind of Niner-y, huh? Got a lot of talent all over your roster. Got veteran presence on your defense. You can rush the passer. Got one of the best receivers in the game. Got a solid running game. Got a quarterback that you're not completely sold can get the job done. And the Niners have managed to overcome it over the years, and we give them a lot of respect for that. So what this comes down to, if we had a higher opinion of Kirk Cousins, I think we would all really love the Vikings.
And there's nothing not to love about this team.
Other than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
In primetime.
And I don't think that Kirk Cousins, I have a lot of respect for Kirk Cousins. One, Kirk Cousins knows how to make a lot of money. And he knows how to win early window games. Okay? I mean, this is facts. And there is a place in the league for that. Like, I don't think Kirk Cousins is a bum or anything ridiculous. Like, he's a starting quarterback and he wins a lot of games. I'm just saying, when we're talking about these teams being contenders, there's no evidence that he's going to be able to do that against a team like the Eagles.
But you know what? I'd have to chime in on behalf of a fan here and say, wait a second. There's definitely no evidence that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to do it in the playoffs. We've seen him in the playoffs once. He got bounced. There's really no evidence thus far that that Aaron Rodgers of this year and these Packers are even going to make the playoffs. The Bucs just now figured out how to get right. Dak Prescott's 1-3 or 1-4. Dave, correct me if I'm wrong. 1-3 in the playoffs.
We'll be 1-4.
When you think about the scope of the NFC, if I'm a Vikings fan, I'd be looking at you like,
why not us?
Who the heck can do it in the playoffs?
So they're legit because nobody else is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why am I supposed to put any faith in that?
No, you don't have. No, you don't have to.
I'm a wait and see for almost everybody in the league right now. There really is nobody that can walk in the door and say, "Here's my resume. We've done this before." Really, except for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's it.
Right.
Who are very happy that we're talking
And the
about
Bucks,
everybody
that's
else.
it.
Which
That's a good point.
Vikings, I give you your respect. They're a better team than I gave them credit for a week ago. But there's more to this because now they turn around, and I know the Cowboys just lost, but you're playing now. That's a 3:30 national window game against Dallas. You still got the Jets coming up. You still got the Patriots coming up. Like the audition is ongoing.
Oh yeah.
Like
I take back what I said about the playoffs. I will be concerned about them in the playoffs if they beat Dallas next week because that's a primetime game.
Oh, they play Dallas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All my money's going to the Vikings.
Okay. Okay.
Is Dak playing?
Dak is
Okay.
playing.
Thank God.
So
Yes, let Dak play.
So is Kirk in primetime. Dallas, then they have New England on Thursday night.
And the Jets.
Then
Easy
the
dub.
Jets, Detroit, Indy, the Giants, Green Bay, and Chicago. If they can get wins over Dallas, the New York Jets, and the Giants, then I will submit. That's a long way
Respect.
from now.
Well, coming up, we got to talk about these Dallas Cowboys because the Packers